Hello everyone, I'm Forrest McFreelove, and this is Speedplay Horselords number 6. We have conquered the Byzantine Empire and taken over the title of Basilius, or Vasilef. We are finishing off Dwin as well as the Dwin rebels, and ultimately our armies are in position to just maintain control over all of the areas we need to pillage. It's likely they may take over a province or two, however we'll just take it back. Siege the fortresses over, which only have 1 or 2 man garrisons, as everything's been pillaged, so nothing can really be held. And ultimately, we are at a point where we're going to be speeding up everything that occurs quite a bit, simply because it's mainly just going to be pillaging and revoking the titles from all of our very low-level vassals. We go ahead and also give lands to various areas, various subclans, and move ahead to our invasion of Italy, which goes very well. We really don't have to worry about external threats essentially whatsoever anymore. We are using the invasion casus belli on Italy, or at least we will be in a moment. First of all, we did just go ahead and take over a few duchies, as we did have the southernmost bit of Sicily and just the southern area of Italy in general. We do declare war for Rome, where we wreck the Roman armies and then just assault Rome itself. Quite frankly, nomads are incredibly overpowered. There we go, we have taken over Rome. We fast forward through more pillaging, and quite frankly there is an incredible amount of pillaging. You'll notice that most of this area is now our culture as well as our religion, and just completely pasture land. Even part of southern Italy is pasture land now. We go ahead and invade Lombardy. This is what I was referring to moments ago. And an interesting thing about the invasion casus belli is, one, we can only do it if we are within 90%, or I'm sorry, within 10% of our max population, so 90% and above. And secondly, it'll give us complete control over any province that we have sieged the primary holding of. So we won't be able to make peace with the Lombards until we have control over all of the lands that we want from them, which essentially is just going to mean until we control every single one of their provinces, or at least one holding within each of them. So we're going to speed up through that. The Italians don't really have anything in the way of an army. You see we just won a battle against one of their last forces. Now the reason we are going into Lombardy in particular is really it is one of the last places we can go. Now that doesn't seem to make very much sense, I know. However, I really don't want to spread into Russia and fight the nomads. If we spread into North Africa, we'll have to go around the Arabian Empire, which is our religion, so we can't declare holy wars. Here we have taken over Italy, so now we can begin to just pillage the countryside. We set up sub-vassals, so we just don't have that absurd of an amount of holdings. And we'll just speed through this a bit. So as I said, we can't really go north into Russia. We can't really go into North Africa without leaving the Arabian Empire in our way. We have to set up new holdings for our various subclans. As I said, I don't really want to go into India at the moment just because of how highly developed it is. And quite frankly, Europe will become very highly developed if we leave it alone. India, I'm fairly sure, is already highly developed, so it doesn't really matter if we leave them to develop further, as it's still going to be a bit of an issue to take them over. However, we can prevent the Europeans from becoming that annoying. Here you see we're just giving multiple territories to our various subclans. Hopefully that will keep them all in line, although at this point our army is just so powerful that I don't really fear them whatsoever. There are a few scattered revolts, however at this point that's hardly even a footnote in our history. We go ahead and declare war for Bavaria. Our next goal is essentially going to be the Balkans, as we don't actually have a decent route from Italy to the Balkans, or vice versa. There are just a slew of revolts. Luckily none of them matter too very much. And ultimately though, we're at an interesting stage in this where it may be more advisable that we just skip ahead quite significantly in the story, at least through bursts like we've just been doing. You see we are sending more and more forces over, and look at this, almost all of Persia has been pillaged. Part of South Italy has been pillaged, and we are continuing through Greece. We're now going to just remove whatever we can, revoke all of these titles, and get ready to purify or pasteurize the Balkans, starting in Greece and moving our way up. Now, at this point, we do still have to worry significantly about revolts, although, as you'll see, we're just making an insane amount of money, technology, and everything just going through. So when we come back, we will continue the pillaging and hopefully find a good place to continue the story. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.